everybody, welcome back to microbeerreviews.com. Once again, Founders Brewing Company is trying to open up a new envelope in the beer market with this new barrel-aged in tequila barrels. This is their Más Agave. It's a Imperial lime Gose style ale brewed in these tequila barrels. The interesting thing about this is that I have cheated. I have had half of a bottle of one of these, and it tastes nothing like beer. But it still is something, again, that branches out the Founders label. So this stuff is 10%. IBUs are 20. I'll explain why that is. And it should be. It was purchased in a 4-pack for, I believe, about $16, which is standard for what, a beer this quality should be. The gold cap for their barrel-aged series is on the top, so that's pretty standard. It comes in the 4-pack as well as the 22-ounce bomber bottle. So on their website, they talk about what we love cocktails, like really love cocktails. If you ask us, few are more refreshing than the tart tanginess of the margarita. This is our latest barrel-aged beer to pay tribute to the perennial classic. We took a Imperial Gose style beer in agave, lime, and sea salt, and then aged it in tequila barrels for just the right amount of kick. Consider a party in a bottle. So this is nothing like what I anticipated. I read the review before I cheated, so I always tell you guys if I cheated before I do the review. And this is like nothing I've ever had before, in a good way. So what I'll tell you is, when you first pour it, you'll notice it pours very similar to what I would call visually, to me, this looks like a double IPA. It's got an orange color to it. It's got nice carbonation. The head is perfectly white. There's nothing residual floating around. It's a little bit cloudy. And then you smell it, and the first thing you smell is tons of lime. You can smell the salt background to it, which actually, for me, smells great. I'd much rather have salt than sweets. And then it's almost like you go, huh, this is a margarita. And it's because there's so much lime put into it. And then again, it's barrel aged in these tequila barrels. And you can smell that. You can absolutely smell the tequila. It smells great. I'm not a huge tequila fan, thanks to college days, but it smells phenomenal. So then you go, well, wait a second. This is brewed by Founders, which is a beer company, and they've got this killer label with this lime skeleton hand popping out of the earth, and you're like, well, all right, it's summertime. Let's have a beer-ish margarita. So that's what it is. So again, when you taste it, it doesn't taste like a margarita. So it has this, it's very salty. And I think it's a unique flavor because it kind of makes your palate kind of dance. It pops everything. And then it kind of floats through your palate, and you can taste hops, you can taste malts, you can taste things that are beer-ish, but it is really, really complemented and balanced very well with this lime flavor that truly powers what's in the glass. So it's tarty, it's refreshing, it's very smooth. At 10%, this is extremely dangerous. This is one of those beers where on a hot summer day, you could easily drink one of these within a couple of minutes. At 10%, it doesn't taste like that. It's not boozy at all. There's no bite to it. It's smooth. It is extremely well done. And I've got to give Founders a lot of credit because this is going out on a limb. This is like completely different than what they've done. A lot of their bastard bourbon barrel-aged beers, they're way out of line with some of the punch they have or the flavor balance one way or the other. This is a great example of a brewery going out of their guardrails and doing a great job at what they do. I'll parallel this to some of the strawberry beers and the watermelon beers and the unfiltered beers, and they're just, to me, they're not unique enough, and they're absolutely not worth the price point. This one, however, if you like margaritas, if you like tequila, if you like something different but along those lines, this is a huge winner in my opinion for Founders. So I will actually buy this again. Now I will reserve it for specific occasions, but it is extremely well brewed. The flavor is phenomenal. It's so different than anything else on the market right now. The price point for what it is, I think, is right on point. I would absolutely buy this again. I would give this a 5 out of 5 for what it is, for what they attempted to do, and for what you are purchasing. If that's your flavor, you're going to love it. So there's my review. Buy it if you like margaritas. Buy it if you like tequila. Buy it if you like beer that's refreshing with a lot of lime, but again, a lot of kick to it at 10%. So leave comments on my YouTube channel if you tried it. I appreciate that. We upload all the time. We appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you again real soon. Cheers.